Hi guys, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to share with you a book haul. I don't know about you guys, but recently I've been super uninspired in terms of my channel and what to film and what to do. I don't know why. I am currently vlogging something that will come up soon, but I just have to finish the set books for that specific vlog because it's a sort of themed one, so I'm not gonna mention too much about why I'm reading them, but I thought, considering I'm feeling so uninspired, I could at least film a haul, because over the coronavirus pandemic thing, the shutdown, I have acquired about 17 books, I think, so at least I've spent some money on books. So let's just get into that. If you've watched some of my vlogs, you might already have seen a few of them, but probably not all. Let's start out with the designated Terry Pratchett haul of the haul. I got The Fifth Elephant by Terry Pratchett, which is a book I just finished. It was on my May TBR for the Stacking the Series, and it is book 24 in the Discworld series, and it's part of the City Watch series, sub-series that follows Detective Vimes, Corporal Loves, and Agent Carrot. Is that what it's called? I enjoyed this one. I gave it 4.5 stars, I think. I haven't rated it on Goodreads yet. I'm sort of very behind on updating Goodreads, so bear with me. But this was fun. Another book that I got for my Pratchett haul was The Truth by Terry Pratchett, which will be my book after this one. This is the 25th book in the Discworld series, and it is a part of Rincewind? No. Maybe it's part of Industrial Revolution? Yeah. I think this might be Industrial Revolution. It follows a journalist, I think. Yeah, he's the editor of Discworld's first newspaper. Oh, that's going to be interesting. So, yeah. The first one in the Industrial Revolution series was about Hollywood version of Discworld. That's one of my least favorite Discworlds, but still fun. You know, it's Terry Pratchett, so. Okay, what to show you next? Let's get to the new releases part, because I have received 5 books that are fairly new releases that I'm really excited to get to, that I hope that I will be able to squeeze into my reading in June. The first one is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. This is the first book in a urban fantasy series by N.K. Jemisin. I read the Broken Earth trilogy by her and I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Rhea from the Bookfinch and I have been talking about buddy reading it, so we'll see if we can manage that at some point, but that would definitely be fun. So we'll see how that goes. Another one is another really super exciting release, and that is that is Smoke Bitten by Patricia Briggs. This is book 12? Yeah, book 12 of the Mercy Thompson series. I love the Mercy Thompson series, my favorite urban fantasy series, alongside Harry Dresden. So I will get to this in June. Then I got another sequel that I'm really excited to, and that's Shorefall by Robert Jackson Bennet. I just received this on Saturday. Oh well, I picked it up on Saturday, having received it probably Thursday or something. I love the first book in this series, The Founder's Side. It had some really interesting magics and some interesting characters, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where all of this will go. So I'm excited to continue. Then I have another, what was that? Then I have another new release that was released in April, I believe, and that is We Were Magic by Sarah Gailey. I've only read the hippo. I've forgotten the title of the series, but it's the one with the hippos. The duology, River of Teeth duology. I think that's what it's called. I really love that. It was really diverse. All of the books are diverse, and this one is too. It's more centered on YA. I think it's following a friend group, I think, that will do everything for the other one to hide. If they've done something, they would cover the body kind of vibe. I hope I will enjoy it. I did really enjoy River of Teeth. I enjoyed her writing, so I have good hopes for this as well. The last and final new release is a short story collection, also known as an anthology, called A Phoenix First Must Burn by Patrice Caldwell, or it's edited by Patrice Caldwell, and it has it's a collection of stories of black girl magic, resistance, and hope. So it has stories by Elizabeth Acevedo, Amory, Justina Ireland, and Daniel Page, Rebecca Roanhaus, and Ibi Soboy, who are just some of them. So I'm looking forward to see what other authors I'll be introduced to, and I find it a good way of discovering new authors to explore more from. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, and at some point. The next haul is just me getting was part of my haul of the Terry Pratchett books. 2 books by one author. The author is not called Steve Berry, and the first book I got from that author is The Amber Room, which is a standalone book. I read 3 books by Steve Berry before. Steve Berry's writing is a little bit similar to Dan Brown. He takes something ancient and makes it into a adventurous thriller, spy thriller, or something like that. He always have dual timelines, alternate timelines. What's it called? So that would be a present perspective and a historical perspective. That's basically what I wanted to say. And this one follows this girl called Rachel Cutler, whose father dies under suspicious circumstances, and he leaves some clues behind to a secret treasure called the Amber Room, one of the most intriguing mysteries of the last century. So she decides to take off to Germany with Paul, who is her ex-husband, and they are suddenly in over their heads, and like usually it's like extremely fast-paced, and people are always being chased by other people who want to kill them because they want that thing themselves. And when I'm in a certain mood, I really enjoy those type of thrillers, so I decided to get this because I really enjoyed the Romanov Prophecy by him, which is also a standalone, and it's also a lot shorter than his Cotton Malone series. But I did also get another Cotton Malone book, and that is called The Venetian Betrayal, which I found out is about a plague, so there's going to be a while before I get to that. But Cotton Malone is this ex-field agent, that's what it's called. He used to work for the White House as a part of the security unit. He retired from that and moved to Denmark to start his sort of antique bookshop. And he always gets into weird stuff. And in this one, apparently, it's about a deadly virus that's about to be released in the world. So yeah, thank you. I don't need that right now. And the last thing that I got in that same order is Smoke and Mirrors by Neil Gaiman, which is a short story collection of his. I feel like Neil Gaiman would be good in a short story form. So I have no idea how much I'm going to be enjoying it, but I will be looking forward to reading something else by Neil Gaiman. I have read 5 things, I think, by Neil Gaiman, and they've been a little bit hit or miss, but I hope that a short story collection by him will be enjoyable and be something that will get me into that Neil Gaiman groove again. Some other books that I also got around the same time as that. One of them is Sunshine by Robert McKinley. This is a vampire story, a dark vampire story. So definitely sounds very interesting. I've heard excellent things about Robert McKinley, and so I'm definitely interested in reading a vampire sort of fantasy book. Okay, the last thing I got from that specific haul was I'll Be There For You, the one about Friends by Kelsey Miller, which is a non-fiction about the TV show Friends. Obviously, I don't know much more about it. I'm interested because of the TV show. It's like a comfort blanket, even though it has its problems. It's always fun to watch. 3 books that I got from a book depository sale, because there was a sale on this Masterworks. The first one being The Forgotten Beasts of Eld by Patricia A. McKillip, which is a fantasy masterwork. And I'm super excited to get to this one. I almost thought it got lost in the mail because it took so long for it to get here, but it finally arrived, and I'm so happy. Then I got 2 science fiction masterworks. The first one being Monday Starts on Saturday by Arkady and Boris Strugatsky. I have seen Rachel read a couple of their stories, but I've been really intrigued, and I think this one she rated pretty highly, so when I saw this as a really good deal, I decided to get it. It's sort of, I think, also fantasy, so it has some sorcery into it as well, which makes it definitely even more intriguing than it already was. This last of the science fiction masterworks was Rendezvous with Rama, well, I can almost not say that, by Arthur C. Clarke, which is the first book in the Rama series. This is a classic science fiction book, and Arthur C. Clarke is one of the most famous science fiction authors. He has an award called after him as well. I'm really interested in this one. I'm looking forward to seeing if I like it, and yeah, so that was that. The last 2 books I've already read or currently reading them. The first one being The Duchess War by Courtney Milan. This is the first book in a series called the Brother Sinister series. This I have been reading for a specific vlog that I haven't posted yet, so you'll get to know why later. But I enjoyed it, and you will get to know more about my thoughts later. And the next book I'm also currently reading, and for the same project, and that is Slave to Sensation by Nalini Singh. I am currently 214 pages into it and very much enjoying it. So yeah, this is a paranormal romance book, and I will also get more into that one in my wrap-up, but it's following these Sai who are supposed to not feel anything. They are supposed to be not have any human emotions, but this specific Sai does. She's sort of an outcast and trying to hide the fact that she has human emotions. And then we follow this changeling called Duchess, who is a panther shifter, I think. And yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this. It's so interesting. I really enjoy the world, and the characters are great, and I can't wait to talk more about it. So those are all the things that I have received recently. I hope that you enjoyed the video, even if it was a little bit weird. Let me know if you've at least read any of them and what you thought of them, if you did. And also let me know, what have you been doing recently? Have you been buying some books over this pandemic, and how are you dealing with everything? Yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Goodbye!